10,000 targets are struck, and now the war has entered a new phase. Welcome to TimesXP's War Report with me, Tritiyatri. And no, this is not a normal battlefield update anymore. This is the number that signals scale, speed, a war that is expanding by every single hour. Ladies and gentlemen, more than 10,000 targets inside Iran has been hit. Well, that is the claim coming from the US military operations in the region. And wait, if that is true, then it shows something very, very clear. This conflict has moved far beyond the isolated strikes anymore. It has become continuous, it has become deep, it has become wide-ranging. Well, the update comes from Brad Cooper, the top commander overseeing the US operations in the particular region. In fact, in recent released video, he described the battlefield in a very different term this time. Fast strike, repeated mission, and constant pressure on Iranian military position. He also suggested that the US campaign is not slowing down anymore. In fact, now it is expanding. And wait, there is another layer to this story. The US is saying that it is not acting alone either. With support from Israel, well, the combined strikes have reached even higher level. Thousands of additional targets according to military assessments here, and this coordination, it has reportedly increased pressure on Iranian defense systems, and that too across multiple regions. Now listen carefully to this part, ladies and gentlemen. The US officials claim that Iran's air defense network is struggling under continuous strike. Everything, radar system, missile batteries, command centers, all under repeated attack cycles. And result? Fewer interception, more open skies, and greater operational freedom for the US aircraft. But the most shocking claim is about Iran's navy here. According to the US military statement, nearly 92% of Iran's largest naval assets have been destroyed. Now, let's pause here. Think about that number. That would mean a major portion of Iran's maritime strength is no longer active. Warships that once controlled regional waters, they are now reportedly out of action. Well, that's definitely a major shift in naval balance, but only if it is confirmed. And here's where the story, it takes a sharp turn, because despite all these strikes, all these claims, despite all this pressure, Iran is still holding one very extremely important position, and that is the Strait of Hormuz. This is not just a waterway, this is world's energy lifeline. Well, a huge share of global oil, it passes through this particular narrow stretch every single day. And even now, Iran continues to influence this particular zone through drones, through missile activity, through constant presence. Shipping routes remain under tension, markets remain sensitive, and global energy security remains on high alert. So, in the end, what do we see today? Well, on one hand, the US claims dominance in air and sea operations, striking deep and repeatedly. And on the other end, we have Iran. Iran maintains a very strategic pressure, and that too at one of the world's most important choke points. So this is no longer just a military conflict. It cannot be. It's a global pressure point. And the biggest question now is not about numbers. It's about direction. How long can this continue before it spills into something even larger? Because right now, every strike, every response, every move, it is pushing this whole war into a more dangerous zone.